Larry tweeted out and I tweeted out to social media for some questions for you. So these come from the Twitter.
Sorry, do you handle your own Twitter account?
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
I tweet.
You tweet?
And Instagram and Facebook. Are you on the Instagram? The gram?
You know, the thing about that, I am, but I don't put much stuff up there. Mostly because it alerts people where you aren't, at home.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I don't really put stuff. Months later, I'll put stuff up there, but not in real time.
Ah, very good. Okay, well, we have a question here from Kyle Kelly on Facebook. His question is, what part about being an actor drives you?
Fear. I love the challenge of it, not knowing whether you feel like you could, I mean, whether you feel you could pull something off. So if I read something and I go, oh, I've done that before, then I'm not really interested in it. If I read something and I go, oh, wow, this is, first of all, it's really well written, but how would I pull that off? Then I'm interested, and it's mostly to do with that adrenaline and the fear and the challenge to yourself as to figuring out how you do it.
Interesting, yeah. So that kind of is a motivator when you see something that makes you uncomfortable. You want to go towards it.
If it's something, if it frightens you, that's a plus.
Oh, good. I feel so much better about being terrified right now. No. Okay. John Pennell on Facebook. What can you tell us about your role in the Morbius movie, and are there other comic book movie roles you'd be interested in?
I can't say too much about the Morbius thing because Marvel have a drone that follows you around. It shoots you dead if you say anything.
Yes. Okay. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait for your answer on that, John.
But I can just say is that it's Morbius is it's a Spider-Man supervillain universe. What other superhero character would I like to do? I've always loved Swamp Thing, but I know they just cancelled the show. That's a fantastic idea for a show. There's a sort of half human, half cyborg character called Deathlock that I always really liked. Yeah.
That's cool. Ulysses S. Grant and the cyborg Deathlock.
Yeah, Rorschach. I loved Rorschach in the Watchmen series as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, from NIOCWH on Twitter is the name. What's the toughest, most brutal criticism you've ever received as an actor? And how did you process that? And how do you cope with criticism in this industry?
Oh dear, that's really funny. I mean, I remember like the first, I auditioned for, there's a sort of summer repertory circuit that you can, here in the States, that you can audition for. And I was at college, I was at Duke University, and I auditioned to be considered to be part of this roster. And they give you their little notes with their crits. And one of the things it had various categories that you were being evaluated in, but one of them was stage presence. And I can remember it says, stage presence, lost it on his way up to the stage.
Yeah. What do they know, huh?
I kept it. All those things that are terrible, they say, I keep them all because they're good, you know, they motivate you.
Yeah. You get motivated by...
You always remember your worst criticism.
Right.
Always. Never, the good reviews and stuff like that, you never remember. The worst criticism, you always remember. The first proper play that I did was at Duke University, and it was an Agatha Christie play, and I was cast in this very small part, and the school newspaper printed a review of it, and it did its usual thing. Then it got into the accents, and it said, by and large, the accents are completely believable and very well done, except for Jared Harris's accent, which strains the bounds of credulity.
They thought you had a fake British accent?
They thought I was doing too, my accent didn't sound real or credible. It's too much, yeah.
You always look at the negative. That's the thing about social media, too. You can get 100 tweets in one day, but one person says something bad, and you just can't stop thinking about it. Okay. What is your favorite character that you've ever had to play, that you've ever gotten to play?
I don't know.
And what's in those fake cigarettes that you have to keep smoking in many shows? Do you smoke fake cigarettes?
Yeah, you're not allowed to smoke real cigarettes on set. So they give you, it's herbal cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
And the thing about the herbal cigarettes as opposed to the real cigarettes is herbal cigarettes are really hard to keep lit.
Yeah.
So that's why when you see people smoking on screen, they're going like that, because if you stop puffing on that cigarette for 10 or 15 seconds, it will go out.
Yeah.
So everyone looks like they're really addicted. They're sucking down on these things because they're just trying to keep the damn thing lit throughout the take.
Herbal cigarettes. That sounds like that could be pretty good, a herbal cigarette. I think they legalized that in California recently.
If only. It gets hard to remember your lines the longer the day goes.
Yes, yes. Don't smoke that kind of herbal cigarette. Indigo, 1966 on Twitter. Love your work on Chernobyl. #1 on IMDb.
Yeah.
Congrats. Do you prefer to play real-life people or fictional characters?
I have no preference. They both have different challenges. The real-life characters answer a whole load of questions that you ask yourself when you're going to play a character. They're all provided for you. What do they look like? What do they sound like? How do they move? How do they present themselves? So you can answer all those sorts of questions very quickly, you know. But then at the same time, it is still an imaginative process. You still have, and it's still a fictional version of a true story. You know, they're not docudramas. So you still have to imaginatively put yourselves into the world of these people, and it's always an imaginative process at the end of the day.
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.